Hi everyone, welcome to Allison's Creations and Designs. I know it's been a while since we've seen each other. I went on vacation and took a much needed break and still worked on orders, just haven't done much on YouTube. Today's project I am doing 15 handkerchiefs for dogs. My friend is wanting me to do this order and she put names on each of the handkerchiefs. Of what color she wanted and the name of the dog. I'm going to put it right here on the handkerchief just so when she sells the dogs she will be able to put them on the dog and then everyone can see them. So I got the names on the computer here of each color I want them to have and the sizing, of course. So now we are going to put them on the Cricut machine so they can be cut. The two colors are white and gray. This is iron-on, so it will go on the handkerchiefs. It won't stick or anything. It will be heated on the handkerchief, so I will show you the process of that. Let's get to cutting. Alright, so in this process of starting the Cricut to cut them, you click Make It once you have everything attached and where you want it sized. So you click Make It when you are finalizing the project. And then it will load your project into each color. And it will put it on each mat of the sizing you have. I'm just going to stick with a 12-inch by 12-inch mat. With iron-on, you do have to mirror the project because it will be opposite of what you normally do than permanent vinyl. So we're going to do that with each mat that's on here. And you can move the names if you want. You can leave them where it was, or you can move them how you would like. You can move them sideways if you want. Whatever is more convenient for you. They are a little bit close on here, so I might just go every other one just so it's easier to cut them apart. Whatever is easier for you. And I have 15 handkerchiefs again that I will be doing, so it does take a little bit of time to cut. But after you mirror all the mats, on this project I have 3 mats, and they're all mirrored, and then you will click Continue. And then it will hook up to your Cricut machine. You need to make sure that you have your Cricut machine hooked to your computer, or this Cricut Explorer Air 2 does come Bluetooth, but I find it easier just to hook it to the computer. And now we will begin to cut. Dominant color I am doing is white, so we're going to do that first, and then we will do the gray. With iron-on, you put the shiny side on top of the mat, and you put it on the mat on where your letterings are. Then I use this to make sure the iron-on is on the mat correctly and there's no bubbles. And you need to make sure that your Cricut is on iron-on. And then you put it, you click the up and down arrow. Make sure your Cricut is away from the wall, and then you click the flashing C, and it will begin cutting. Alright, so they are all done cutting. I just have one left to weave. I've weaved all the rest of them out already, but I just wanted to show you how I did it. So you put your tool right underneath the vinyl, you lift up, pull it away from you, then you just keep pulling it apart slowly so then you don't rip the vinyl of the letters And once you do it slowly too, it just is easier, it seems like. And next you can see that the inside of the letters are still there, so you have to use this tool again to get all that out as well. Alright, and easy as that. So now we are going to begin the heating process. Alright, so for this project, I am going to use the smaller heat press. I have this bigger one up here, but this smaller one will just do. And now I am going to turn it on. We want it at 350, I believe, 300 for 15 seconds. So while that heats up, we'll get the handkerchiefs ready. Alright, so now the heat press is fully heated to 300 degrees with 15 seconds of pressing. And again, my handkerchiefs have a name and what color of vinyl she wanted. So I'll make sure I stick to that. And I'm going to take the sticky note off. To ensure there is no wrinkles on the handkerchief, I'm just going to go over the handkerchief so then it's no wrinkles underneath the vinyl. She wanted Frankie on this handkerchief, so I'm going to place it on where I want it to go. Alright, that's where I would like it. And then I'm going to use this safety heat paper on top. And then you put it right directly over the vinyl, push, and then click this green button right here. And then it will count down for you, and it will beep once it is done. Do a firm pressure. Then you lift it up. And you can see if it's ready. It looks great so far. I always do, after I take the plastic covering off of the heat vinyl, I always press it again just to ensure that it didn't lift up from the plastic. And I normally don't put any pressure on the heat press. To find the heat instructions for what you have to do on each of the material, you can look it up, the heat guide on the Cricut website. And that's what it should look like. It looks great. So now I am going to do the rest. Here's a fact of why you should have a heat press with the Cricut. Because with a regular iron, you have holes on the bottom of them normally. With a heat press with Cricut, you don't have holes. So then that means you'll have even heat throughout the whole project. Instead of having holes underneath where those holes are, you would not have any heat there. So if you are trying to debate on getting a heat press, it is definitely worth it. It just helps your project so much better because of that even heat. Alright, we're on the last one of the 15 handkerchiefs. Alright. Iron-on projects are just so much easier to deal with than just regular vinyl, such as permanent vinyl or removable vinyl. This is just so much easier to weave, and you just have to heat it on whatever fabric. Alright, and here's the last one with the gray. I know it's backwards to you guys, but I hope you like this content of the video and hopefully you learned something. If you are wanting more tips and tricks, then let me know. Put them in the comments. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks!